Hello and welcome to another episode of Pasolivo's Kitchen Cuisine. I'm Eleanor and happy Friday, everybody. Yes, it is Friday the 13th, but is a Friday nonetheless. And at this point, 2020 is nothing on Friday the 13th, right? So we've got this. Welcome. Today we are going to be working with Negranti Creamery. And Negranti Creamery, if you know of this area and have been to Tin City, you have been to Negranti Creamery, you have smelled their amazing waffle cones, their ice cream. It is amazing. And we are connecting up with them today. Let's see if I've got this going. And see if we can connect up with them. Ah, what? This is the quickest I've ever connected up with anybody. Okay. We're just looking at hardware, but that's actually pretty cool too. Hi. So we are, like I said, we're connecting up with Negranti Creamery. Hello. Hello. And super excited. I feel like anybody who's been there, if you don't know, you need to know, and if you know, you know, is what I say about that. Their ice cream is fantastic. It is local. It's beautiful. It's really wholesome, good stuff, and it is gourmet. I don't know if you really think of the word gourmet with ice cream, but you're about to see exactly what I mean today. We are connecting up with Alexis Negranti. Oh, hi. Good. So we're live and we're super excited to have you. I learned that you weren't like in the business of making ice cream. You just loved, wholesome whole foods and health stuff and making sure that you were putting good stuff into your body. And then you also love animals. And I feel like that speaks to a lot of us. And then you combine the two. None of us have ever done that. You combine the two. And now the rest of us benefit from this marriage of love of animals and farm and all that, and also love of putting good stuff on, like without all the chemicals and the ickiness in there. You've put those two together, and then we reap the benefit. So I think I speak for all of us when we say thank you. Thank you. So you have your Negranti Creamery is open at Tin City. And it is one of those places that if you go to Tin City and don't go there, I don't know what happened to your GPS, because you need to go there. You either are going there just specifically for the ice cream, because that I've done a million times. I may or may not have purchased upward of 5 different ice cream sandwiches, possibly, or maybe a friend has. And stowed them in my freezer because all of the flavors are so amazing. Once you go in there, it's really hard to just pick one. So it's just one of those locations that you have to go to when you're in that area.
Exactly, love being a part of Tin City. It's an awesome collaboration of people, and I feel like we all played really well off each other. The wineries, the cider company, the brewery, the pasta factory. It's a really special place. So.
Yeah, it's really, I think, speaks to what Paso is all about, which is small batch, natural, local, good, whole foods and wines that are from here, and ciders and distilleries and all of that sort of stuff that are all just local. Oh, someone's already asking, do you guys ship?
Yeah, so we can ship anywhere on the West Coast, from Washington, Oregon, all over California, Arizona, Utah, and then that's $25 to $35 depending, because we have to use dry ice in a cooler. To ship outside of the West Coast is a little more expensive, but you can email me.
Ooh, I did not know that that was a possibility. Guys, you could do this as holiday gifts. You could give everybody the best ice cream they've ever had. Okay, I did not know that. I thought we were special, but I guess we can share it a little bit with other people.
Also, if you go to our website and type in your zip code, it will show you where you can get it. So we're all the way up in the Pacific Northwest down to San Diego. So you can find it in retailers all over.
Nice. Somebody asked about Nevada. Is Nevada in the OK zone?
I believe so. Yeah.
Ew. You're in the cut, Nevada. You're lucky. Just right on the border. Okay, well, I'm super excited about hearing these marriages of flavors. You guys always do a fantastic job. It looks like we're buffering, so I don't know if I'm buffering too, but you're buffering right now, so I'll just keep talking. It looks like you've combined some of our fantastic flavors with your ice cream. I know already you do an amazing job of, what is it, the rosemary ice cookie with what was the rosemary cookie with? Was it the strawberry or lemon? Don't you guys do a rosemary cookie?
Blackberry rosemary.
Yes. Oh my gosh, guys, you've got to get down there. You have a weekend. You have this Saturday and Sunday. Everybody get in their cars and go down now and visit them. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking. I'm excited to hear all the magic that you're making today. So I'm going to stand back and
you can actually see this.
All right.
So you can see the stuff.
Ooh, we can hear you better when you're closer too.
I don't know how to get it closer. Let me see. We're in the creamery, so it's kind of loud in here with the equipment. I turned off what I could. Let's see here.
It looks like we're on a Food Network channel, which I'm really excited about because we don't get to see all the doohickeys sometimes. So this is really cool to be able to see all the magic.
It's a real creamery. So I'm hoping you'll be able to see the dishes and I'll lift them up and stuff.
Perfect.
So, I'm not able to see me, but that's fine because you'll see the ice cream. So I just wanted to start with saying these are very simple dishes. We're going to do 4 of them. But the benefit is that you can throw them together really quickly. They're impressive and delicious. You use something other than just plain chocolate sauce on ice cream. So it feels a little bit elevated, but it is super simple. So, do you want me to start?
I do, yeah. Take it away. I'm excited, and I agree that I think whenever I bring up olive oil ice cream and that sort of thing, people look at me like I've really lost my mind. But ever since COVID, and we're doing olive oil in cocktails and all the different things, so in smoothies, this is it. It actually does really, really make sense. So I'm really excited that you're here to tell us it does make sense and validate why I keep bringing it up to people.
Yeah, it's so good. It really makes it feel, like I said, a little bit more fancy without a lot of effort. And if you're having guests over for dinner, throwing a little olive oil with sea salt, which is what we're going to do first, takes literally 2 seconds, and it feels so much, fancier, and like you really feel a lot of thought to it. So I really like mixing chocolate. You can also do vanilla, and I just did it with the California olive oil. And I simply do 1 scoop of ice cream with the olive oil and salt, and so I'll do that if you want olive oil.
Yeah, okay, so we're using the kosher salt for this and the California, I believe. And the California, we have 4 extra virgin olive oils, and they are blends of our olives. We have 12 different varieties of olives that we grow on our 45 acres. And this blend is usually a nod to that grassy, kind of green flavor that you get with olive oil. That's the flavor profile we want when we create this California. It is beautiful when you want the olive oil to really speak to you instead of sink down into the background. So the California, it makes sense that you'd be using it in ice cream today, because then you do get that nod of flavor of extra virgin olive oil, high quality olive oil that's going to kind of blend in and ribbon in with the ice cream. And then of course the kosher salt, and I know, I'm sorry guys, the labels are always backwards for you guys. That's Instagram's funny joke. But the kosher flake salt is just one of those that it has been used in a ton of the recipes that you've been watching if you've been with us throughout this whole period of time that we're doing the Instagram lives. Just great on the fingers. You can feel what a pinch feels like. It's a good flake. It's a good crunch to it. A little bit more mild, not as heavy of a salt, I guess, as some other ones would be. So again, just works across the board. And well, I'll have you tell us why though. I don't, you're the expert in this. I'm just pointing at stuff.
The first one, I don't know if you can see it very well. Super simple. You could garnish it with a chunk of chocolate or a little graham cracker. We have our waffle chips, so it's what we make our waffles out of, and we actually make chips out of them. You can put one of those on top, but it really is a lovely combination when you mix the sweet of the ice cream with those little bits of saltiness and then the savoriness of the olive oil. I don't even know if savory is the right word to use, but it just has like this earthy addition to it. It's really lovely to combine them all.
So how much did you put, how much ice cream do you have there? How much olive oil did you put in? How did you mix it? I was all focused on looking at the olive oil, then I didn't, sorry.
No, my employees say this all the time. They're like, so what did you do? I'm like, I just put it together. I don't know. I did a little drizzle, so maybe a teaspoon per scoop of olive oil, and then a pinch of salt. So not too, you don't want to overpower it, just a little bit, and then that's all you need.
Oh gosh, that sounds amazing. And you're also upping the health benefits. I mean, you guys speak of kind of the wholesome health benefits of your ice cream. It's sheep, correct?
Oh yeah, we go to talk about sheep's milk is great for those who are, suffer from lactose intolerance. We don't make any guarantees, but in the 10 years that I've done this, no one has told me they've had a problem with our ice cream. So I would say that it's pretty sure you'll be okay. If you can't have cow's milk, then you can have sheep or goat milk. We are sheep's milk, and sheep's milk is not tangy like goat milk. A lot of people think it's going to be the same. I actually don't even like goat's milk, and so when people say, oh, well, what is your ice cream goat milk? I'm like, no, sheep's milk. It's super sweet naturally, it's very creamy, and it just has a really beautiful light texture. It's only 8% fat as opposed to traditional ice cream, which is about upwards of 16 to 18% fat. So we are lower fat percentage, but it's still really creamy because sheep's milk is the only milk that's naturally homogenized, which means that the cream, like the fat molecules, are naturally a part of the milk. It doesn't separate. So cow's milk or goat's milk, you'll get a separation of the cream to the milk, and sheep's milk doesn't. It's all together. So that is why we can keep it at such a low fat percentage, is because we don't need to add extra cream to make it creamy.
Wow. See, I did not know that. And that's definitely important knowledge to have. That's fantastic. Now it's guilt-free. Perfect. Okay. Not that I was feeling guilty at all before, but now it's even better.
Yeah. So for the next one, I can show you, I'm going to use our vanilla bean. And what we did is we made a compote, a blueberry compote, and we added the olive oil to it, and a little bit of sugar, and also the sugar and spice blend, which this is my new favorite thing. It's so good, and you can add it into anything, and it really makes it have that holiday feeling. So I would say we did 2 cups of blueberries, probably a 1/4 of a cup of olive oil, a teaspoon of the sugar and spice blend, and then about 1/2 cup of sugar. And we just use plain granulated sugar. If you want it sweeter, you can definitely add more. And if you don't want to use regular sugar, if you are sugar sensitive, you could definitely add maple syrup as an alternative. There's definitely ways to make it sweet and work around it. But we put that all together and heated it up. I don't know if you can see. It's a beautiful color. You'll see it on the ice cream. And again, you could even do this over a shortbread. You could do this with so many different things. But really just the compote and the olive oil and the spice makes it really, really wonderful. So we're just gonna put it on top. And this was our baker Karen here at the creamery. This was her absolute favorite, and she is a trained chef, and she said this was her thing. So I highly, highly recommend this. really beautiful. It's almost like a pie sans the crust. That is wonderful.
Oh, that is gorgeous. And I love the addition of olive oil in with the compote. And those flavors must be so complex and so elevated. It is, yeah, it's just like uh, just that comfort food, but elevated, gourmet comfort food.
Totally. That's basically what we do. So that is that. I'm going to start on the last thing we're going to have, which is a waffle with ice cream. I'm going to start on that because I actually have to put it in the waffle maker. But I can walk you through that. So you can use any waffle recipe, your favorite waffle recipe. It doesn't matter. You can use waffle mix. You can use your scratch, your gluten-free, whatever you love as your pancake or waffle recipe. And all we did was add a tablespoon of the sugar and spice blend to it. And first of all, it made the creamery smell amazing. It smells so good. And it really, it's just such a cozy, it just makes you in the mood for the holidays. So adding this to your waffle mix, which you can do for breakfast, was awesome. So I'm going to do that really quickly.
While you're doing that, I'll talk a little bit about the sugar and spice blend. It is cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, cloves, ginger, mace, black pepper. So there's a whole bunch of fantastic flavors in this. So it works as a base for a mole sauce. It works for some lamb, some meat. Works really well with our smoky spice blend if you really want to get that Moroccan type feel because of the nutmeg in here. So it works for meats and some savory foods as well. Works beautifully in those sweet potatoes you're going to be making for Thanksgiving. It works in that. It works for carrots. So this does go savory beautifully as well, but as noted, yeah, pancakes, waffles, chai tea, hot chocolate, coffee, oatmeal in the morning, eggnog sprinkled on top of eggnog, the stuff that you've just bought from the store and you're feeling a little guilty. Put this on there and you get so fancy. It's so fancy all of a sudden. So this, you'll start using it during this season without doubt. And yes, it's going to make everything smell like the holidays, but it will carry through for the rest of the year. Slicing up apples and putting them in a Ziploc and putting this in the Ziploc, shaking them up as a snack is fantastic. And that's something that kids can get behind and adults when they need a healthy snack. So yeah, it's one of those, I agree with you. It's become a staple in my household.
Yeah, right now I just put it in the waffle maker. It's already starting to smell, so it's wonderful. For the third dessert, we're going to do a simple but elevated brownie. And what you can do is just get any sort of brownie recipe that you want. And I'm going to use our salted brown sugar ice cream with this. I think it goes really well, again, that salty sweet with the brownie. And so we're just going to do 1 scoop over your favorite brownie recipe. Alrighty, so there is that. And actually, this is my absolute favorite dessert, brownies and ice cream. I had it at my wedding 10 years ago. It's still my favorite. People ask all the time, you own an ice cream shop, what's your favorite ice cream dessert? And I said, it is with a warm brownie. You cannot beat it. So I just put 1 scoop of that on top. And you can drizzle your favorite sauce on it. You can actually drizzle olive oil as well. But I would do a caramel chocolate with whipped cream. And then we're going to put the black lava sea salt, which I absolutely love. And not only because of the flavor, it's a little bit smoky, but mostly it's so stunning. So on a lighter colored ice cream with the whipped cream, it looks so beautiful. So let me put that on there. And again, this is something super simple. If you don't want to have to worry about dessert, but you still want to impress your guests and make them feel special, you can throw this together super quickly, and it can all be done ahead of time. You just have to make brownies ahead of time, scoop some ice cream, and then put the salt on top. But just how gorgeous the black is, I love it.
Wow.
So you can see it, how pretty that is. And then, I don't know if you want to talk about the sea salt. I'm going to run and grab the topping.
Of course, yeah. The sea salt, my favorite thing about the sea salt are the crystals. They are a bigger kind of crystal than the regular salts or any of the other salts that we have. The kosher flake salt has a flake to it. This one has kind of a bigger crystal to it. So there's a mouthfeel involved. There's a crunch involved. So when we talk about foods, all the chefs that we've been talking to, Mr. Chief Sommelier himself, Chuck. So everybody has said, change the flavors up. You want a different mouthfeel. You want different flavors involved in that plate. And that's what this does. So if you have a meal that is in general smooth on the palate, you want a little crunch in there as well. And this is exactly what this is going to do. It's going to add that nice earthy, salty feel to it and a nice crunch to it too. So it's going to surprise your mouth and keep your mouth awake and alive and it invigorated into what you're eating, which I love. And then yes, it's a beautiful finishing salt. It is sea salt with activated charcoal. So it can be used for a million different things. It is definitely a finishing salt because of that charcoal. It will turn things a little dark. So make sure that you're not stirring it in or else that whipped cream is going to look a little gray. But this on top of everything is going to be beautiful. On top of guacamole, on top of fish tacos, on top of, ice cream, whipped cream, anything like that. This is going to get that beautiful crunch and a beautiful look to it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. There you go. Done.
After. It's so good. Yeah, so it looks really beautiful, super impressive, and my favorite thing is how easy it is. I love to entertain, and I love making, big dinners, but when it comes to dessert, you want something that you can throw together, still enjoy a glass of wine with your friends, not feel like you have to go back to the kitchen and prepare, and these are exactly it. You can just bust them out, and everyone will be super happy.
Yes.
So then for the last dessert, this one is so fun. So I just made these waffles, and if you did want to do this ahead of time, you can definitely pre-make your waffles and then put them in the toaster right after dinner. So you could pre-make it if you wanted to, or you can make them, fresh and smell up your house beautifully. But you just put a waffle on your plate, and what I love about this dessert is that no one thinks about waffles not at breakfast. And so it's a really fun surprise for you and your guests or whoever you're entertaining. Even if it's just for yourself. It's something super fun, and it's just a nice little something different. So I am using our pumpkin ice cream for this. You can definitely use our maple pecan or our butter pecan. Actually, salted brown sugar would be good as well, but just in going with the theme of the holidays, I think that the pumpkin or the maple pecan is ideal. So it's our pumpkin ice cream, and I'm just going to do a scoop of it on top. And then with the smell of the spice blend, it's awesome. And again, you can do whipped cream, and then you can do caramel sauce. You could also do chocolate sauce if you did the salted brown sugar. But I think that with the pumpkin, the caramel is really nice. And then I actually take the spice blend again for a little bit of extra color on top and just put it all over. And it makes your plate look really beautiful. And it adds a nice little finish as well. So I will show you that. It's so good.
Oh man. Okay. Are you telling me I can't have that for breakfast? Because I feel like since the waffle is there, I can have it pretty much every part of the day and be validated.
100%. Yeah. Say that our ice cream is the breakfast of champions.
I love it. Well, I mean, it's got the dairy in it. I mean, it's got everything that you need to get the day going. I'm assuming it's got some protein in it too, right?
Yeah, it's higher in protein than cow's milk and goat's milk. So, yeah.
Why aren't we using it more often? I don't understand.
That's it's really hard to find. That's why. Yep. And cows will produce up to 9 gallons a day. 9 to 10. And she produced a really, really good producer is going to produce like 3/4 to maybe 1 gallon a day. So she's super precious. And that's why, you have to see a ton of it.
Man, I mean, yeah, that sounds like the best bet out of all of the milks out there. I didn't realize. Huh. Well, I mean, okay, everybody's on their health food journey right now. You guys have gotten the COVID situation going on. Go over, get yourself some health food at the ice cream store. It is totally valid. We're all giving you thumbs up about it. um, these have been fantastic. So if somebody fell in love, no, people have fallen in love with what you did today. There's no if about it. So they can hop onto your website and order any and all of those ice cream flavors that you mentioned?
Yeah, so what you would do if you want them shipped, we don't provide shipping through our website, but you can contact us through our website and we can coordinate that really easily. We have people order from us all the time. We have some people that have standing orders, so we ship every week.
I love that.
Really easy. So you can email us, and my personal email is alexis@negranticreamery.com. Or you can go to our website, negranticreamery.com, and fill out a contact form and we'll get back to you.
I have to, are you guys doing the pumpkin ice cream pie again this year?
We are. So we have our pumpkin pie, our peppermint pie, and our maple pecan pie. And those are all with sheep's milk. Our pumpkin pie has a cinnamon ginger graham cracker crust, which is fabulous. Our maple pecan has a salted graham cracker crust, and the peppermint has an Oreo cookie crust, and they are all so good. And so I say they're the perfect thing to bring to any sort of celebration because everyone will actually eat this dessert.
I can attest to that. So I'm sorry, universe, but I don't like pumpkin pie. I'm sorry, but I almost feel like it's one of those things that people bring and everybody like, hey, pumpkin pie, and nobody actually digs it. It's just one of those seasonal things. And when I heard that you guys did your pumpkin ice cream pie, I was like, the clouds have opened. This is fantastic. And it's just, we're so used to the same old thing at the end of Thanksgiving or any of our holiday meals, that it was such a breath of fresh air, something different, something to a conversation piece. It was definitely the star of the dessert section that night. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. It's always nice to hear when you make it and you're like, you people, they're taking it home, what are they doing? So.
Sitting in a corner and eating it like this.
We're the judgment-free zone. You can eat it all to yourself, you can share with your friends, whatever you want to do.
Right. Go to a winery, get yourself some good wine, get your pie, and just just treat yourself. It's that time of year. Take care of yourself. Well, thank you so much. Someone said, okay, we're on our way. I think people are driving from all over the state right now to come over to you, so watch out. Thank you so much for your time with us today. I am super excited to have these products interacting with desserts and ice cream, no less. So it doesn't hurt that you're starting off with a really good product. So I do think it helps to stop by Negranti. Don't just go to your local grocery store. If you can make it, get over to Negranti, pick up stuff there because it's elevated already, and then you just take that and gourmet it even further. So you're just adding glitter to sparkles at that point. So it's all good. Someone said they're definitely stopping by next weekend. So prepare yourself. Say when you do come in and you've seen them here, say, we saw you on Pasolivo's thing, because then they will know what you're talking about and maybe be able to give you some of the flavors that she talked about today. So that's a plan.
Awesome. Have a great Friday.
Thank you. You too. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for making our Friday 13th not as scary. And
I'm going to go eat the brownie now.
go enjoy your brownie. We'll just sit over here and be really jealous. And I'm going to talk about next week. Again, thank you for joining us, and have a fantastic weekend. Bye. Oh, wait a second. Sorry. You have an ice cream truck.
Yeah, we have two.
Oh my God, everybody, she's got an ice cream truck. She can come to you. Okay, I'm sorry. I remember seeing it in my notes, and I'm like, I have to remember to talk about this because that sounds up my alley. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, so we typically do larger events, which right now is, not happening. But we typically do winery pickup parties, corporate events, weddings, rehearsal dinners, etc. Again, through our website, you can contact us. We have two different trucks. We have one that is for ice cream sandwiches only, and then one that is for scoops. And the scoops truck, actually, you can get your own custom flavors. So I did one wedding years ago, and they were having a Thai company come cater it. And so we made Thai iced tea ice cream.
Oh.
And so that was their custom flavor. And it was so good, we have it in the shop. Because it just stuck around. It was so good. But it's really fun working with people, creating custom flavors for their event. And so yeah, we just have the two, and we're starting to book up for the next year, which is exciting. And yeah, it was super fun. You go to our Instagram and see pictures of them, but they're great.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. I really hope I get invited to a wedding that has you guys. That sounds amazing. I might crash it. I don't know. I won't, I promise. Okay. Now you can go enjoy your brownie. I'm sorry. I just really wanted to make sure we talked about that ice cream truck, because that sounds amazing. Thank you so much, and enjoy. Take pictures of everything you guys make at home that has this stuff involved, because we love seeing the food porn that you guys post.
I'd love to see pictures, so that'd be fun.
Okay, bye. Thank you. Okay, so everybody's reaching out to them already. So this bundle that we used today was the California, the sugar and spice, the black lava sea salt, and the kosher flake salt. So if you've been following along with our shows, you have been, I know you have been, you probably have a lot of this already in your pantry. So I'm sure you wouldn't have looked at all of this and thought, oh, perfect, I'm gonna drizzle it on my ice cream, but now you will. So this is a fantastic way to just elevate what you're serving. Elevate, just do it for yourself. Test it out, do it for yourself, and see how phenomenal it can kind of come together. I do want to say the sugar and spice, this is what we used to make pumpkin seeds a little bit ago for Halloween. So this is something that we used. And I told you that you can give your potpourri a day off because it makes the whole house smell good. And she went and validated it. So there you go. It's not just me. So here we go. We've got the sugar and spice for next week as well. It should be in your shopping cart. It should be go online, put it on your shopping cart. The tangerine, this is how we do our tastings anyway. We usually pair these two up together because they're so beautiful together. The citrus, so the citrus olive oil has lemon, tangerine, and lime in it, so it's got a more rounded citrusy flavor to it. The Tuscan blend, whoop, there we go, the Tuscan blend, and the boozy cran cherry chutney. So I have given up on making my own cranberry sauce because there's a lot of things to do during Thanksgiving. Why not take something off your plate? This it has amaretto and brandy in it. Shh, don't tell grandma. I actually don't think. Or so does grandma. I don't know. But this is something you can use on the paninis the next day with your turkey and your stuffing, the day of in your Thanksgiving meal. this is one of those that you will use. Grilled cheeses, it's amazing with. It's great for any kind of gamey meats like lamb. It works well with ribs and pork. So once you get this in your house, you'll be using it a ton. You can put it on cream cheese and start your evening off like that. Or if you're taking notes from cheese sommelier Chuck Kellner, you'd be putting this on maybe some, was it the blue cheese that we used for this? Oh, no. It was the cheese that we cut in half. You guys remember the nice creamy cheese that you put this on top and just, I mean, it's like dessert. So, or he put a raspberry jam, but this same thing. So this combined with our blackberry balsamic makes a beautiful kind of syrupy sauce to put on things, ice cream as well. So this is something, swing by, pick it up. You can always do a tasting of it. All of our tasting rooms both of our tasting rooms are open. So the bundle for next week screams holiday. It just is the perfect holiday setup. Go ahead, click. All of this will be there for you. This is also considered a club shipment. So if you're looking for a club shipment and you're trying to and ah about what to get, this is perfect. You will absolutely use this throughout the whole holiday season for sure. The tangerine, I have always said, is good on ice cream as well. Great in those brownies. So this is a bundle that you are going to fall in love with. Harvest is happening right now, like just down the hill from me right now. So if you are lucky enough to be in the area right now, and for the next week and a half, give us a call, check in, make sure that we are doing harvest and make sure that we've got space for you, and we will give you a tour. We will have you tasting extra virgin olive oil that was on the tree at 7 a.m. that morning and is now oil at noon. I mean, it is the most amazing thing ever. I've been here way too long to be geeked out about it, and I still get geeked out about it. The pictures that you'll take there are beautiful, totally Instagrammable, so definitely worth the visit. Yeah, when is the next time you're going to see an olive oil harvest? If you are a club member, that means that you also have your finger on the pulse for that Olio Nuovo that will be released probably December-ish. So that is that new oil, unfiltered, right after harvest that we released. Limited quantities, go straight to our club members first. So that is definitely a reason to hop into the club party there. So thank you so much for coming to, oh gosh, I haven't even talked about next week, because next week we've got this bundle. We are going to be working with Chef Katie from McPrice Myers. It's a winery, local winery. Great vibe there, fantastic wines. And I just want to make sure I've got this right, because it's a whole lot of stuff she's making. Her roasted chicken with sweet and savory butternut squash, and we're going to feature our citrus, our tangerine, our Tuscan spice, our sugar and spice blend, and that boozy cranberry. So I mean, and she's going to be bringing in wines to kind of pair them up together with, so you can wow people for a dinner party. It was fantastic seeing you guys. Definitely, if you want to keep this in mind, tag it, follow us on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channel. Then you have just a whole list of all of the stuff that we have been doing, cocktails, meals, cheeses, smoothies, everything. And we will see you hopefully at one of the tasting rooms. We are open and we are waiting for you. See you next week for a fantastic meal and a great holiday bundle. Bye, guys.